shit. Well, I'm sure that was a lot of. I was doing this without.
Were we on the whole time?
Yeah, no, we weren't. I just the intro music. That was an experience, and now I can't get the headphones up. It's a whole like. Why do I even try? Oh my goodness! And I can't hear us, so there's that excitement. I mean, we're live.
Yeah.
We're live.
Oh yeah, we were.
We're live in the void, and
live all the whole time. It's always the best of times.
The best. It was the best of times. It was the best of times. I think part of the reason that we are so well loved by all our peers is because of our ability to just work through it.
We are rather candid. Like, this is an incredibly non-pretentious show. Like, there have been a few times that we've cut because we're like, we don't need to broadcast that. But it's not because we're saying something evil. It's because it's like, we just don't want to look like that much of asses, or we're not in control of something. Like, we maintain control. We're pretty honest. Pretty fucking honest.
Too honest.
No, I think it's great.
A good amount of honesty.
I mean, like, if I get on a YouTube channel, and this happens all the time, and people will be making content for like Warhammer 40K or something.
Sure.
Which I do not paint minis because I'm not that way. I respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a cousin that does it. He loves it. He's like, he's a good kid. They play,
He's a kid, or he's like 40 years old.
I mean, he's like 18 or 20. Right. I mean, somewhere between 16 and 30.
It's an art form. Like, dude, like, I went to fucking art school, and painting minis, that's hard. That's hard to do.
It's true.
What I enjoy about 40K is the absolute deep lore. Anyway, so I'll get on. There's all this, Warhammer 40K lore that's on YouTube, all these cool channels. The moment that it's an AI commentator, I'm done.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
100%. And it's always the good stuff. And I'm like, I'm out. I can't do this. The comments, I see that too. Every so often people are like, oh, it's so focused and such, and there's no fluff. And I'm like, well, read a book, dude. Like, I want to hear someone's actual opinion. Number 2 strike, where I'm like, unsubscribe, I'm out, is if it's just pretentious, like, I don't know, America's Funniest Home Videos or something. Like, I liked Bob Saget as a stand-up comedian. Watching him on America's Funniest Home Videos was absolutely painful.
It was. It's true.
And YouTube people do that. They're just sitting there like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what's your deal?
It was okay when Dave Coulier did it.
I can't stand any of it.
I'm just kidding. No, I mean, the fails are painful. I mean, I don't want to watch the fails. I know they're popular. There's like a whole fail television, 24 hours of failure and pain and anguish. And it's like laughing at someone's worst day.
Okay, people falling down is one of my favorite things to watch ever.
Yeah, so the commentary you don't like.
I hate the commentary. Like, I just want to see the motherfucker fall. Right? That's funny. I don't want to see people get hurt.
I don't want
to
see it.
Get hurt, I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. It's distracting. If I go out and I see that stuff happening on the screen, I don't know. I just don't. It's like the Jedi mind trick of television on me, and I start watching it, and I can't unwatch it, and it's hard for me to focus on a conversation while people are getting their heads chopped off.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you don't want to watch. I mean, some people want to watch. What are they called? Faces of Death or whatever.
Sure.
It was something that was. I think it was before YouTube.
Before YouTube. Nothing's before YouTube.
I think nothing. I want to say it's before YouTube, or it's early days, and like everyone was into it, and you could get it on like proto dark web crap and
the dark web.
Whatever. I am not interested in any of that crap.
But you like MMA.
Yeah.
See, but you like MMA. Regulated. I can't stand it. I think it's just brutal. It's just killing people, hurting each other just to hurt each other.
Well, there's a difference in a sport, because MMA it's fighting.
It's a real
sport.
It's a real sport.
It's a sport.
It's where people like are hurting.
Yeah, they are hurting each other.
Yeah, they're hurting each other.
It is absolutely violence, but it's a sport though, and there's a difference between that and watching people get tortured. That's a completely different ballgame. Or watching people get their heads chopped off, or like there's a bit of a novelty of like, watching an actual car wreck and being like, oh my god, or watching 9/11, the airplanes run into the buildings, or
the videos of missiles in the Gulf War like hitting buildings with people in them. Like, you see the people, and it's just like,
like I'm not interested in that.
Yeah,
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I agree. But
I don't have any Schadenfreude. Like, I'm not like, the enemies of my country. I'm not interested in that. But I will watch two dudes beat the absolute god shit out of each other in MMA, or two chicks, whatever. Like, that's interesting, because they're training for it. They know why they're in there. If they do well, they're getting paid really well. It's exciting. There's personalities. There's a dark side to it, but it's actually rather regulated in a lot of ways. And the other thing about, I'm not trying to like promote any of those specific companies.
It would have to be regulated.
But they are trying to improve it, is what I'm trying to say. Like I know you don't like Joe Rogan that much, or I don't know you don't like Joe Rogan.
I don't. You're correct. Okay. I don't like Joe Rogan. I just don't like him.
I do. One of the things that I like about him is he's such a proponent of MMA.
Oh, sure. Well, he's a fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not an MMA fighter.
Oh, okay.
No, he was in, I think his big deal was, he does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now, but he trains it. I want to say his big deal was, I think, Taekwondo.
Okay.
I think. And he was like really, really, whichever one that he was good at was. Anyway, he's a proponent of making it safer, specifically with like gloves and the certain training and the rules and all that. It's a sport. As in, what does that mean? It means it's a competition.
Yeah.
It means that there are rules. There's a concern for safety and well-being.
Sure.
Within the confines. And anyone who does that is like
trained.
This is not a street fight.
Yeah. And they're trained. And so there's a huge difference between those guys getting in a ring, beating each other up, and then if you put like me and you into a ring, we would really probably hurt each other, or hurt ourselves.
We'd probably slap each other.
We'd probably hurt ourselves more.
Dude, come on. That's what would happen.
And but it's just like, that's why we don't do it, because we're not trained. When I was in Thailand, there's places you can go to box fighters in bars, and like after a good night of drinking,
no thank you, thank you.
A good night of drinking,
some Thai dudes this tall is gonna kick your ass.
Oh yeah, on a different planet.
He's gonna kick your ass.
I was taking a photo of said ring, and there was a boxer in there. I didn't think he saw me, but he looked out and he was like, "You want to come up here and fight with me?" I was like, "No," and I was out. I was like, "I'm gonna go down."
I'm gonna buy you a drink.
Disappeared.
We're good.
And this guy was like ripped and muscles, and just like, I was.
They
probably
know
about
exactly what they can do.
2 feet taller than him.
Doesn't matter. He's gonna kick you in the leg.
He would
go down.
I would imagine 2 punches, maybe one.
He's gonna kick you.
Might break something.
You're going to be done.
That might break something.
These guys, it's ridiculous. Guys and girls, whoever. If they do Muay Thai.
Yeah. I think I use guys a lot, and maybe I'm wrong, but I use guys for girls. Like if they're a group of girls and girls and guys. If there's like, I just say guys.
I do too. I call everybody dude.
Yeah. I mean,
Dudette had its moment for about 2 seconds, and then I was like,
so did Smurfette, and it's.
I know.
It's patronizing. But anyway, I think we're here to talk about TTRPG live play games.
Oddly enough, we started off with 40K, which this conversation specifically about including girls, women, anyone who's not a dude, is a big 40K contention. Old guard 40K guys do not want that. Anyone in the comment who wants to comment, Mildred would probably have a ton to say about this.
Yeah, no.
Because he seems to know everything about everything when it comes to gaming. But yeah, so the big thing in 40K are the Space Marines, the Astartes. And they're like 8 feet tall, superhuman dudes. And they're all dudes.
Yeah.
Now, old school, they're all dudes. I believe there is one chapter. I'm not 100%. This could be heresy. There's a pun there with 40K. It could be heresy, but I believe there's one chapter of female Space Marines. But old school, I believe there's none, because they're all based off the sons of the god emperor, called the Primarchs. And I know that there are warrior nuns called the Sisters of Battle, and they are completely female. And there's a bunch of psychers, which are basically mages, but none of them are superhuman. They might be, they might have augmentations, but they're not Space Marines.
Yeah.
So that's a huge contention. It's why are there not female Space Marines? And you got a whole lot of, the lore answers it, but also there's a lot of originally misogyny in Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
Like straight up, girls can't play this type stuff.
In the rule book, they're like he and
I don't know about that. From what I was told, a lot of what I know is from YouTube and a little bit of playing the game, but mostly it's my buddies who are just enamored with the lore or they're into the minis. From what I was told, 40K was supposed to be over the top ridiculous. Like, it kind of didn't make sense in certain ways.
Yeah.
And it's just like epic to a goofy level, like ludicrous. And then people started taking it seriously. And so they started actually like writing real lore for it. That's what I was told. No idea if that's the truth or not. And so what it started though was, in the lore, there's certain inconsistencies and incongruencies where like, it's like, but wait a minute, didn't you say this happened? And it's like, well, yeah, but it was supposed to be ridiculous. So, it's like people that get like really into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lore. And it's like, guys, they were really stoned when they made this.
That was the point.
It actually, and they had dicks.
Right.
From what I understand.
I mean, what I know, I only know one person that professionally paints toys for a living, and it is a female, and she would probably be the best at painting at any of this stuff. But that's I guess the difference between a job and having fun. Maybe these guys, there's not a big calling for women Space Marines. It wasn't until more recent that I think women could be Marines in the U.S. military.
Oh, the 90s?
Yeah.
Is it that?
It's been just a few years. I think was it Daryl Hannah who was the first, or it was.
Sure. I remember G.I. Jane.
Yeah, G.I. Jane.
And actually, before her, Goldie Hawn was in.
Yeah, Goldie Hawn. That's it.
What is it? Is it Private? Oh, fuck! I can't remember the name of the movie.
It was no, it was, Demi Moore. Demi Moore.
No, that was Demi Moore. But before her, she becomes a SEAL.
Yeah,
I believe she tries out for the Navy SEALs.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's what the movie's about. Although GI isn't. Right. But no, Goldie Hawn was in a movie, early 80s maybe?
Yeah. And
it's not Private Harry. I can't remember what it is.
I don't know.
But I know the poster is of her in an army helmet, looking like with running mascara and a cigarette or something, and she's just looking absolutely not happy.
Yeah, Private Benjamin is the name of the
Private
movie.
Benjamin. I think that movie is about, well, this story, women in the military. I think there have been a whole bunch of them.
Apparently, she was a sheltered young high society woman, and she joined the army on a whim and finds herself in a trickier situation than she ever expected. But I don't think she was going to be a Marine. I think she was just joining the army.
I think she's in the army. Yeah, she's in the army. And G.I. Jane, I don't think she's a GI.
No. I think that she was specifically trying to be a Marine. It wasn't.
Maybe she's a Marine. I thought she was a SEAL, though. And a SEAL
or a SEAL, or a SEAL, or whatever the...
Actually, is a SEAL a Marine? I have no clue. Oh, my God. I didn't go to the military, guys. I don't know.
They're different. A Navy SEAL is a Navy thing.
Yeah, but while the Marines are their own branch, they're really
the Marines are their own branch. Yeah, I don't think a SEAL is a Marine. I think they're different.
I don't think so. I think they're just the special forces of the Navy. Dude, we gotta look this up. What the fuck? And a GI, you got the GI Bill, so maybe a GI is any form. I'm not sure. What does GI stand for? Lord Almighty, we are ignorant.
Yeah.
Galvanized iron, government issue, general issue, ground infantry. I don't think
infantry.
GI is a Navy.
So I would believe that. So the difference is that, it looks like the difference between a Marine and a Navy SEAL is that the Marines are the branch of the Navy that focuses on combat ops, and SEALs are elite special operation forces within the Navy, I guess.
Right, but the Marines are their own branch as well.
Yeah, I think
they're just sort of subsumed or like umbrellaed, I think, in the Navy.
In the Navy,
there's a relationship, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But GI. So during the war, GI Joe, blah 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 blah. I think it's just a term.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the GI Bill, I think, applies to all military.
It's like government initiated.
Yeah.
You are
Why are American soldiers called GIs? So I think all soldiers are called GIs.
All soldiers.
It's an abbreviation that means galvanized iron. And it's got a lot of military history. So they're called GIs. Okay, so GI Jane works. And I was wrong.
And then GI Jane was a naval intelligence
she's becoming a SEAL, right?
officer who wanted to be the first woman to train to be a Navy SEAL.
Right.
So she was a lieutenant, and she was like, I want to push harder. I want to get past. And apparently, I don't know if she did or not, but
I don't think she does. I want to say in the end, Ed Harris
takes the long walk.
Is the bad guy.
Yeah.
And they have no, I don't think she quits.
Yeah.
Maybe. I can't remember the very end. I remember she goes to like the hell camp thing where they go into the, they're basically all caught and tortured. And Ed Harris's character, I think it's Ed Harris. I think he's the guy. Who is he in that movie?
I don't know.
Or Ed Harris. G.I. Jane. It's been too long.
Yeah. A lot of great photos.
It's Viggo Mortensen. What?
Viggo Mortensen.
I thought it was Ed Harris.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, shit.
All those things. All those people.
Holy
people.
Shit.
Anyway,
no.
I think it's neat that we've really outed ourselves as not knowing very much about the military after playing 40 episodes of
It's Viggo Mortensen. I thought that was Ed Harris the entire time.
Oh, nice.
He's got very Ed Harris energy in this movie.
Yeah, he also looks a little bit like Strider.
Well, the odd thing is he's a lot younger in this than he was in Lord of the Rings, and yet it's like he's playing an older character, like a parent age. Because Wild Strider's 83 years old.
Yeah, Strider's very old.
Ah,
He's also
old Aragorn. Son of a bitch.
He was born in New York City, but apparently
Aragorn
he was Canadian, of Canadian descent.
87 years old. Aragorn is 87 in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he's old. They were long-lived.
Well, he was doing a day. But he looks like he's maybe in his 30s or 40s. In G.I. Jane, maybe I just saw it when I was just a kid.
You were
and I thought he was like
baby.
in his 40s or 50s, like old guy, like, ugh.
Yeah.
No, look at these pictures. What?
Yeah, he probably looks like a little kid now. Like,
yeah, especially when you think about Aragorn.
You're right.
What? I thought it was Ed Harris the whole fucking time.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Things happen. So
Maybe more. Yeah, we're gonna do a watch party. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of a fun idea. Like,
let's watch a thing. Let's watch some other gamers.
So
see what they do.
So I did a Google search. Is Google a bad word now?
I don't know why it would be.
I don't know. It'd be like,
is it a bad word?
Is it a bad word? Anyway,
I mean, if Amazon's not a bad word, then Google can't be a bad word.
Yeah, the first thing I looked up apparently was RPG live play games. There's a game called Discworld. That is the first thing.
Discworld is Terry Pratchett, right?
Yeah, Terry Pratchett. So these guys are playing. It was just the first thing. I feel like that we should just look at what the top Google results are.
Yeah. Why not?
And
why is it not Dreadlord? That's the question.
And I posted this week is the limited, because Dreadlord played a game a week ago. The top one was Discord. The next one is the Tribe 9 Grim Reaper plays a deadly new action RPG. There's a Disney pixel RPG. So I think they're mixing video games in with
we'll put TTRPG.
Yeah, I feel like that we should be more specific.
You gotta have the TTs.
So in the past week, but it's like the Discworld still number one. TTRPG RPG, it didn't matter. It wants me to see. Yeah. So I think we take a look at the top few. We'll listen to each one from the beginning.
As much as we can take.
Yeah. So I listened to a little bit of this one, and then look at kind of their style, and then we'll chime in a little bit.
And we're gonna talk shit, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think of what I saw of this one, their presentation is actually quite good. So that's why they're number one Google search result. But here we go. We're going to just see how many copyright issues we'll have. I'm going to stop the music. All right. Can you hear it? Is it loud enough? Does it need to be?
I can hear it.
I can't hear it.
Adventures in Ankh-Morpork, the role-playing game. My name is Quentin Smith.
I like Ankh-Morpork
on the internet. But
I like the Discworld.
Very important that you know, I am not recommending this game. I'm in fact playing it for the very first time, and I'm here for two reasons. One,
they got some nice music in the background.
To audiobooks of Terry Pratchett's Discworld novels. And the second reason is I'm here for money.
Yeah. Three more people here. Yeah, we're all here for money. So.
Players, please. Oh, you don't know. You're not on mic. You have to come down. Just walk down. Walk down. What? Please.
So this is what we do at the beginning of every episode. We take a long time. They cut out the fat.
Would we like to go?
So this isn't edited. This isn't live.
Hello.
They've edited the actual play.
I pretend to be people on camera.
Oh, fancy graphic.
Great.
I'm
Sound effect.
Asylum. I don't know why I forgot my name for a second there. I'm also
Who are you?
pretend to be people on camera. It's great.
So this is like a well-lit sitcom where friends gather around and enjoy themselves.
You get some SMB7s.
Yeah, everybody's got a fancy mic.
Ask how familiar you three are with the Discworld
So they're in a studio.
universe, the lore.
Yeah, they're in a studio.
Not very. Yeah.
They're fans of the book.
10%.
You were reading about gargoyles for a while yesterday.
I did some
So they
research,
get the
but
lore.
prior-
Yeah, they get the lore, so they're immersed.
Is it a British thing?
Yeah,
must be like a
yeah.
proper- like,
It is the most
the most
British.
Did the homework.
Yeah, because this is the thing. Because I remember reading like the books, like a lot of the books growing up at school, and like I love the world of it all. So it's kind of crazy to be like, oh yeah, now I'm role playing in it. It's pretty.
It's pretty sick.
Awesome. It's pretty
No
awesome.
one in America could have produced a book that so ridicules everyone. No one gets
It does. It does. I love the Discord. But it seems like, okay, this is the introduction. I vote we kind of jump into, you know, this is just introductions. Let's jump into, I don't know,
Do it.
It's
10 minutes in and see if they're
It's interesting
playing.
it's interesting to see that it's an hour, nearly 2 hours.
Yeah. So I just wondered how tight it is. You know, like with any beginning, everybody's got to get settled in and, you know, you got to do all right. So we'll jump into
There it is.
and one of the things that really stuck out.
So we got some artwork that pops. That's a nice art piece.
And chiseled features. I'm a big burly guy with some diamond teeth. I am the face of the watch, or maybe people think that I am, or maybe
He's got a great voice, this guy.
Yeah, I'm just this big burly troll who kind of just does his thing.
Love it.
Does all that he wants to do. And he's simple but not stupid.
So he's got his character kind of down ahead of time before they actually start playing. They did an episode 0 before this.
Charles predominantly, I would say it's quite rock focused. A lot of eating rocks, a lot of hitting.
All right, and they're talking about the more lore. So let's go 20 minutes in and see if they're actually playing.
This is a cakewalk for you because it is so what you do. So if you
just
all
gave me a
have,
D4, thank you.
if you, I just assumed you're going to
Because
suck
you're
at
out of
everything.
your depth, as I am.
Okay, so what traits do you think might help or hinder? There is a degree to which you folks have to be honest of telling me if you have traits that are going to act against your interest.
So you.
Okay, so they're still talking about.
What do you think?
They got 26,000 views. I think we're gonna jump into. I'm gonna go a little deeper into this page. So they have 13,000 subscribers with 331 videos. Their idea is RPG, board games, war games, miniatures, based in the UK. So that's why everybody is fun. They play a bunch of different games. I mean, it's like if anytime somebody in America is like listens to the English accent, there's something that draws us in. I don't know what
I don't
that
really
is.
understand it. I mean, I get it. I do get it. It's like, oh, look how exotic you are, except they're like not exotic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can understand it mostly. Because like you don't hear English people's accents that like it's like you hear the RP or the Midlands or like a London accent, you know, like the big ones where they're still intelligible. But like if you go to UK, like and you go 5 miles down the road, there's people that you're like, what did you just say? Like I have no idea what you just said.
So it looks like they do. It's funny. They do some Warhammer stuff, or they do little. I guess they do Warhammer Fallout stuff. They've been doing this.
No, that is not Warhammer.
Oh, it's not the same thing.
Not at all.
Well, they do little figures. That's like a thing that they've been doing this for years. And what's wild is, you know, they're averaging, you know, somewhere about 1,000 to 8,000 views.
Well, if they have how many subscribers do they have?
They have 13,000 subscribers, but this most recent video that popped up on the number 1 on YouTube is unique because they went from 1.3 thousand views on their last one. They did a Discord they shot up.
Discworld.
Yeah, fucking Discord. They did a Discworld, and their videos shot up. So this is their viral video. This is their hit. You know, because they did a Discworld role playing game. People are like, "Oh, Discworld! I want to."
They know what it is.
I know what that is.
Well, no one's doing it. No one's doing it, and yet
nobody's done that.
Incredibly popular.
They did a preview promo about it 2 weeks ago that got 88,000 views. So they went from 1,000 to 88,000 based on what, you know, 2 months ago they got a video with Morpheus new release of some product that they were reviewing for.
So Morpheus, if it's what I'm thinking, I believe Morpheus is
Modif.
I'm not thinking Mort.
No, this is a Fallout review of
Morpheus is maybe that's the name of the Sandman.
Yes, Morpheus was in the Matrix, I thought.
I know.
I don't know. Anyway, let's do another web search. Let's find somebody else.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
They got some,
I was like, what in the world is that?
They got some high quality video. They do some. We're gonna do if Betrayal at House on the Hill was a TTRPG.
So that's not a TTRPG. Oh, if it was a TTRPG, I see.
Yeah.
No, that's a board game.
So this is.
Is this the same group?
No, it's a different Betrayal in the House of the Hill. It's the board. It might be a board game, but they have a. Oh, most of the
Use
footage
your imagination, fill in the caps.
Yeah, okay.
I
mean, that's kind of like our shtick, right?
Good evening.
Oh, they're all in the same place.
For joining us on the B&B Tabletop Tavern's first trip into the House on the Hill.
This is like if we went over to Punksicle's house and did a live stream.
My name is Danica Sweet, and tonight I'm Sam.
They have the slide.
Hello, I'm Eric, and I'm playing Herbert Mansfield.
That's post.
Producer. I'm also Eric.
They posted this. This is not a live.
Retired soap star.
Yeah, I know that. I know, but I'm saying they have a slide going on.
Oh, that was a digital effect. It wasn't.
Oh, it was a digital effect?
It wasn't. But nobody slid that. They just have GoPros everywhere. Yeah, it's a digital effect.
I see.
Toby Jenkins, the tech genius.
So they know that they're performing.
Yeah. This is gonna be weird.
Is that guy a gypsy? Is he playing like a Vistani?
Set the scene before we go into the house.
Vistani are the traveling peoples in Ravenloft.
I believe so.
I don't know.
So where are we just
as in like you get the crystal ball and you know the eye and the witches and all that stuff.
Yeah, we see a van of a random group of people all hopping out in front of a very spooky house.
So they've got this board game, I guess, that they've turned into a role playing game.
My character pacing back and forth.
They've given.
So I think they're just playing the game and they happen to be role playing on top of it.
Yeah,
which goes to show that the system, when it comes down to it, you could role play with a Monopoly game.
Lift.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And
it doesn't mean the system's good for it.
Sure. But you know, if you had to do some kind of corporate quip every time you rolled the dice in Monopoly, and then you know,
he's playing a medium, so he is playing the quintessential Vistani type character.
He uses the motorized joystick to come out and greet.
And in typical nowadays fashion, he's playing.
We're here. I have been waiting for this.
That's a Twitter war right there. That is a Twitter war right there.
What is?
Just as magical as I thought it was going to be based on the reviews.
There was this whole thing a couple months ago that went on for several months.
Yeah.
About I believe a D&D book that had characters that were, we shall call them handy capable. I don't know what the proper term is anymore. And it was a huge deal because people were like, why would you have paraplegics in D&D when you have magic that can heal people from the dead?
Right.
And it was this massive culture war that went on. So the idea that he's playing a character that is in a wheelchair in a fantasy thing, it just moves to that.
Okay. I get you.
Granted, Betrayal on House on a Hill has magic, but it's not like D&D. So
yeah, I don't know about that. I think that it's funny that we live in a society where we can't. I mean, I think it's important that we have these conversations.
it's weird.
It's weird. I mean, I guess
people
but,
really get up in arms about it.
Sure.
Why would you care?
But they really did kill. They really killed, and you're gonna hate this, and you're gonna punish me for it.
Probably.
But they killed Galadriel's brother. In Lord of the Rings, the TV show. I don't know if that really happened in the Silmarillion or whatever. If that was just. No. I mean, and elves are supposed to come back. I mean, you kill them normally.
No, elves can come back. They can come back.
Well, they can't. Well, but they have the option. It's given.
They have to be released.
Right.
Because everybody goes to, I believe it's Monway.
Yeah, you go to a place and the elves go away, and
they can be reincarnated.
Right.
I want to say Gal Galad. Fuck, I don't know anything.
But if you're killed in a certain way, you can't come back, and that's just it.
In Lord of the Rings, for an elf.
For an elf, that's what they said. That's what they said at the beginning of the TV show, and that's why.
I think that's probably bullshit.
Yeah. And there were it was one of the early elves, his wife, and I'm such not a nerd enough about this stuff, but his wife, I think, he died in childbirth or died one of the Aragorn's great Numenorian, where they split from being elves and humans at one point. The first son, the guy who made the rings,
Brimbor?
Yeah, Brimbor. So his mom, I think, died, or he was the second son off of this
I don't know
second marriage kind of thing. Like anyway, it's beyond the point. It's like there are just some things in all things where you can't go back. You can't go home again. I mean, I just if you lose your arm in a certain way, that's the arm at a healthy state, is all I'm saying. No amount of magic is gonna.
So from what I understand, when elves die, because elves are not immortal, okay, in Lord of the Rings. They're not actually immortal. They actually do age.
Sure.
They just age. They are tied to Arda, which is the world, with creation. So they age with creation. And the idea is when they die, like their mortal coil is shuffled off, they go to this, it's kind of like this underworld that one of the Valar is in charge of. And I think it's Monway, but I can't remember the name.
Magnos.
Not Magnos, and not even like Sauron or whoever you would think can resist that person when they're in his realm. Mm-hmm. So if you're in his realm, that's it. Like, he's the person who lets you in and out. And I believe it's like a kind of purgatory sort of thing. And if you're great enough, they'll let you leave.
Yeah.
I think Gal Galad, he's the dude who killed one of the Balrogs.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he came back.
And he comes back. I'm pretty sure it's Gal Galad.
He came back. I mean, there are definitely a few elves that came back, and I think it was, it's interesting.
It wouldn't surprise me if there's some caveat, but I have never heard of it that, that an elf is like killed in a certain way, and they're like, "Oh, you can't come back."
Sure,
I don't think so. Now,
but it's the same with Sauron. Like, this is something we know about. When they destroy the ring, Sauron's power, he didn't die. No. He still exists. But he's just kind of floating and aimlessly in the world, depowered.
That's because he's not an elf. He's a
Maya.
Yeah. So Right, he's a shadow at that point.
Yeah, he's a shadow for sure.
He has no corporeal form, and he has no ability to reconstitute himself after the ring is destroyed. So he's still around. I mean, just like Melkor is the greatest of the Vala.
Sure.
But as in like period.
Sure.
But when he infuses himself into Arda, he's diminished greatly. And then when he's cast out into the void, the reason there's evil is because there's Melkor in the water, you know?
Mm-hmm. But I think...
I don't know. The Rings of Power does some really funny stuff that is not in line with what Lord of the Rings is about.
Sure.
Which is about evil is trying to dominate people and do what World War I did. Like,
right.
It's kind of like what it's all about.
Yeah. No. Big bad. Or
when Galadriel.
Yeah.
When Galadriel is like, I'm gonna go hunt down Sauron for what he did. Like that's really not what Galadriel was doing, and it's not why she was punished by the Vala either.
Yeah. Like
at all. That isn't her story, and it's not why. When she's in Lord of the Rings movies, when she's hanging out, why she's saddened and all those things. That's not what it is.
Yeah, but I guess the Twitter war the reason I brought any of that up is you said that, why if someone is a paraplegic or has some physical issue with
ailment
with that isn't repairable, I think that's on the dungeon or the game master to
like I don't think it's ever been an issue, ever, like at any point period has that been an issue, like until it just was. And I believe it's because I think Wizards of the Coast, they've gotten rather political with their latest edition of D&D.
Sure.
And they put out a book, I'm pretty sure it's them, and on the front cover you've got all these like action poses, and one of them is of a person, I think it's an artificer, in a wheelchair. And people were like, I kind of don't get it.
Yeah.
Because it felt, the apologetic for it,
the player's handbook,
is it felt like it was pandering to for lack of a better word, a woke agenda. Was it? I mean, they're trying to make money. Yeah, I'd say they probably were. The irony is there's no problem whatsoever with this. It felt very pretentious.
Yeah. Yeah, it took some people out of the world that they wanted to be in, maybe?
I don't know, though. I don't know, because you have the same geeks, or the same sort of geeks, that champion Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
Quintessential dude.
Sure.
Superhero in who's a paraplegic. And there was never a problem when that came out. But the reason is because the conversation was not, see what we're doing? Hey, guys, get it? See, we're inclusive. There's not that bullshit going on. It's not a marketing thing. Right. Ironically, most of the shit in Marvel was marketing.
Yeah, it's all marketing. I mean, that's with any product. Dreadlore has marketing.
You shut your whore mouth.
Yeah, D&D has marketing. Everybody has an agenda. You're trying to say something in your own way. I mean, it's your culture that you get to choose. You put the images that you wanted in your book, and everybody's a critic. I mean, it's if they don't like the cover art, don't buy the book.
Although I was thinking about doing different cover art, because while the cover art is, I think, good, apparently it's not that compelling. I need like some superhero
for Dreadlore. I think it's well understated for I think it gives it. I'll pull it up. I think it.
But all the other gaming books, it's like some action pose with like magic missiles and dragons.
It's got some swords and like some neat scales. Yeah, scales. It's got scales.
Scan.
I like that.
Okay,
I like the art. I don't need to be told what the story is. It's like a Bible, you know. I feel like the Bible does.
Like the Bible.
Yeah, I mean the Bible didn't have Jesus, white Jesus, you know, on the cross with a little halo, and holding a constitution, and you know, in his little codpiece
with like a bald eagle,
9-inch nails, like yeah, right. That's not the Bible, you know. If they came out with that Bible, I would say like I think they're pulling some shit. Hasbro wants to put a wheelchair on the cover of their book. I mean, good for them.
They can do it, but people got up in arms about it.
Yeah,
up in arms. Not up on oh, all right. I'll be right back. I have to go to the door. I have to answer the door.
You got to answer the door.
I got to answer the door.
All
Find
right,
our next.
I'll pick another TTRPG. You go answer the door, and we're just gonna click on Google search. Best horror TT. It's how to be. I actually want to see a live. Maybe we go into YouTube and do a search that way, because like these results, they're not taking me where I want to go. This guy's talking. He's fine. Everybody's fine. We're just gonna do. There we go. Well, maybe. See all my searches that I made in TTRPG. So we got lots of shorts. I really like these guys. These I guess they're New Zealand folks. We're live, so I'm glad that we popped up as live. Looks like 2019, 5 years ago. Like why can't we just have filters of this week? We're looking for this week. Discworld is clearly there on the map. So these guys have joined the Xbox partner premiere. That's not helpful. That's not at all what I was looking for. Fortnite. So none of these are really searchable. Okay, that's great. So no live play TTRPG is apparently super searchable. Let's give this Grim Reaper plays a deadly new action RPG. All right, so this looks like it's a live play. All right, I'll turn up the volume a little bit.
Just let it end. Just let it end. My friend plays the recording.
They got a snappy little upbeat opening.
Hey guys, 2 quick questions.
There's some production value in this audio. Like they spent a lot of time on it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Just get into it. Baseline is happening.
That's a Mori.
All right, cool. I think this must be what they play before they actually start. Okay, they've got some mods.
So, the art's really good. Yeah, some of you guys I saw actually have already downloaded the game.
All right, so she's got a 3D personality that she's masked herself with.
Download demo. So make sure that you give it a try. Love free stuff.
All right, so they want us to
very intense.
play their game. That's cool.
Yeah, that's one way to describe. Oh, intense. Free, what a deal. Shall we start playing, you guys?
Yeah, let's play. I'm ready.
Today. I wonder how fast I'll be.
6 minutes in, it's hard to start a game at any point.
JP, but Mori and Giwawa were asked to do this in English, so I feel very honored that I get this chance. It is a huge honor for me, considering I like Tokyo games. So, with that being said, the stream's not over. Usually I say with that being said when the stream's about to end, but the stream is not about to end. So, as a matter of fact, quite the opposite.
Okay, let's get to it.
Because I feel like I'd fit in with the characters of this world wearing this outfit.
You do.
It's time for
I don't know what this world is, but that's cool.
I'm at the studio, by the way, so maybe some things are a little different. Oh wait, the sound is off. Very sorry about that.
Yeah, everything is difficult. I know that much.
Hello. Okay, we're getting started right away. Should I do voices for this? I'm gonna do voices.
Oh, they're playing a video game.
Bunny girls are gonna rule the world.
All right, that's cool. They're playing video games. All right, that's fine. We're not gonna do video game. I'm looking for like a group of people. Like, all right, live. Let's try this a different way. Live, LIVE, play. Dungeons and Dragons. Why not start with this? We've got cool. We've got like 4 or 5. They played for 5 hours. Let's go into the Shout Factory. TV presents Always a Sword. Dungeons and Dragons adventure with gameplay. Let's get immersed. What a wonderful song. Just epic heroes battling through time, building up their people. That's awesome. Todd clearly has put time into his character piece. They got maps that resemble Middle Earth. Tiffany, she's got a piece too. Good for her. Two-handed. So they got a really Game of Thrones-y kind of open scenario that is, compelling. We have our own compelling opening sequence on our live play games. It's neat because it's not AI generated. And so they've got a real board with real figures that they put time and effort into. Everybody's in the same place.
When the Dragon Emperor launched the attack that became the Great War.
We just watched the intro of this group that's playing in this office building, it looks like.
Destroyed the once great elven city of Ansar, home of the Sun Queen
Ansar.
Court. The Sun Queen rallied her forces.
Yeah, it's D&D.
An assault on the usurper little by little.
He's got that fancy board.
And finally, the
Dragon
Emperor retreated to her
Yeah. Are they playing a module?
Yeah.
Always a sword.
The Queen rallied her forces toward one last battle.
He's interesting.
Siege to Urion. Defeat the Emperor once and for all. All seemed to be going well.
This is not a sandboxy style game. It doesn't look like anyway.
Yeah. So they're just playing a short, basically.
To bring down the east wall of the city. Hidden reserves were sent in the low hills to the east, camouflaged by magic and
I've never liked
when the walls
modules and just reading the narrative out.
The walls never fell. In the
that reminds me of Star Trek, When the Walls Fell. With that where they were having that conversation.
When the walls fell.
Right.
The battle and the flight of those who survived meant that there was never confirmation of this traitor. The secret hidden soldiers were ambushed by cavalry.
Like all this information.
Small dragons.
Nobody's listening. It's all going out the window.
Lined up ruse, siege.
I mean, they'll latch onto something.
Yeah, some of it sticks.
But it's not about their character.
So this video has almost nearly 400,000 views. It's 5 years ago. So they started. They started.
Oh, 2020.
Yeah, they started a long time ago. I feel like YouTube ignored my search, like it forgot. I'm looking for stuff that's this week. That's not this week. That was a million. Like you gotta.
Well, that's one of the things, though, man. Is like maybe
it's not searchable.
Maybe there isn't. Maybe there isn't. This guy's really good.
The Dimension 20.
Well, I don't mean Matt Mercer. I do like Matt Mercer. I'm talking about the dude that was just showing. I forget his name.
Oh, just showing.
He's really funny.
We've lost.
Matt
this
Mercer's
is
great.
a promo video, but the curse of Scheherazade, wherever this is.
Hello and welcome back to Crit Happens. Plays Curse of Strahd.
Good sounding audio.
Lovable.
Crit Happens.
Curse of Strahd. That's Ravenloft.
That you love. I'm Andrew Pierce, and here we have our Barovian adventurers.
He's immersed.
Hello, adventurers.
Hello, adventurers. Cool. We're going to be running with.
So this is kind of like us. This is the kind of stuff that I was looking to comment on to see what they're doing
on the day. So let's begin. Last we left off,
Yeah, they just jump right into their show. Let's begin. It's 3.5 hours. They're into it.
Down a long snowy path throughout small glowing fields, makeshift wooden cabins that have been built over a long time.
So he's reading from the Curse of Strahd
but a few glimpses of life were spotted through the lit windows or voices heard in the distance. Our group finally made their way to the Frosty Lantern Tavern,
no, he's not.
Center of Crest.
No, he's not.
The abbot
He's just
said he would
recapping.
send for them in a few hours, but in the meantime,
They've got 253 views on this video. They have 231 subscribers. So they're getting more views than subscribers.
I couldn't remember. Who, after a short conversations, served you all up some gorgeous-looking food consisting of many plates of just pure meat.
Well, that's one of the things with when you run a module like this, especially in D&D, it is very well known. So just putting Curse of Strahd,
cheese, vegetables,
everybody knows what you're talking about.
So it's a titling thing that gets their view count up. They have 8 likes. I have yet to see anybody but this guy talk. He seems nice. I mean, I approve this guy.
No, he just seems British.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the thing. I feel like when I hear British people talk,
that looks awful.
Yes.
So they do have a lot going on in there. I'm going to go close up on this screen because you can't see it.
Sam is pretty low. He feels like he's failed everybody.
This looks like Discord, though, a little bit.
Especially Neil.
We got the little green box around, just like we got.
Frankly, Weft wants to run away. Weft is frantically looking at the windows and thinking, is there a way of escaping just any glint of light that I can see around?
Yeah, roll me a perception check, mate.
Dude is smoking a spliff. Like the DM is like.
13. You also get a glance that there's some random dolls in the corner of the abbey. Not quite sure why they're doing.
Oh, well, I don't know why. Like your audio got cut, so I'm gonna have to jump back into. All right, say what you said again because I think
I'm just making fun of him.
But I'm glad I was.
He's like, now you see some fucking trolls. They come through the door looking for you, mate.
Would exist.
Roll initiative. What the fuck?
Some kind of plan. So you do see
He's smoking a cigarette.
large standing torches that are lighting the room.
Torches.
There's 4 each side. There are.
Maybe you should do more. British accent.
Yeah, no, but my British accent. My British accent sucks.
Oh, I think it's pretty good. No, I'm just kidding. So these guys. These guys are playing. Crit happens. They're into it. They've got.
It's funny. Curse of Strahd.
A fun. Yeah. A fun.
Fun?
I'm gonna say fun.
You think that was fun?
I mean, it's as fun as we are in some ways. I mean, it looks like
way more fun than we are. It's way more fun than we are.
It looks like they use some kind of platform. They're playing the game on the platform. They've got the stats that Roll20 is my guess is what they're playing on. Is their format?
It's made up of about 4 different countries, and I'll get into the world building a little bit kind of later on. It's not going to be super relevant for the first session.
Nobody knows how to put a camera on themselves for some reason. They just you don't
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not about the camera. It's about being immersed in the game.
The air is thin and the forest trail is shrouded in bands of mist. The travellers shiver against a damp chill as the moisture seeps
It's all modules.
into their very bones. Pines, spruce trees, and jagged rocky outlines.
So she didn't write this story.
On all sides.
Oh, well, she may have written it, but she's reading it.
Slate grey sky, like the teeth of some enormous giant. Corinth, after all, is a land that is hard, cold, and inhospitable, much like its people.
They got people commenting on their stuff.
Six adventurers arrived hours before at a where a cart was awaiting them, with nothing inside but 6 hoods and a note which read,
I stream once every other week.
"Don't take them off until you're told. under any.
It's not a bad idea.
Got a little troll.
Any is in capital letters.
It's like giving him a hard time. All right, let's find somebody else.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
bitted, sort of.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Nothing. Just... Are you cutting in audio and out audio?
Yeah, no, I was picking up a different. I feel like we should go through this relatively quickly. You know, don't want to harp on people too much. They got a QR code that you have. Hold on one second while I pull out my phone. Let's see if there's enough time. If I could get to that QR code to get soon. Oh, wow. I can. I totally got there. I'm not gonna.
I thought it said farting soon.
Oh, I did. I barely got to the QR code fast enough before it disappeared. The end. Well, this one's already over, so.
I'm pretty sure that
the music is so good.
Like I heard this music on like a call waiting.
On a what?
On like a call waiting.
Yeah.
Like I was like calling customer support at like Toyota. I'm pretty sure. And this was the song.
It sounds like somebody recorded some like wannabe alternative grunge on their little computer mic from the 90s.
Oh, this is the Premiere thing.
Yeah.
This is the YouTube Premiere stuff.
Oh. They didn't. No, this doesn't look like YouTube Premiere, is it? This looks like.
Well, you can
they
do
added
different.
it. So this is their.
You can do different deals. I don't know. Maybe they just were like, "Hey, imagine you're drowning."
Yeah.
And
Nobody's liked it. Should I just like it just because?
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
We're gonna make fun of it, so we might as well like it.
I don't know if we're making fun. It's constructive criticism. I mean, this reminds me of some like 80s Macross kind of stuff.
Dude, Macross was awesome.
They got a different.
What in
acoustic.
God's name is this? This is actually pretty cool. Is it a cartoon?
It's a return to the mansion. This must be like their logo that they play before. You know, like we play things beforehand. This is some art they created.
Do we play this? Is this the kind of shit we play?
No, I mean we play stuff that is informative and noisy.
I have no clue what the fuck's going on.
I think that we're going into the light.
Like, if I was watching this, I would skip ahead.
Yeah. But
immediately.
We've gone into the light. We've gone into where like the elves go.
Oh no, it's the
Ankh
again.
is back.
Oh god.
We're going to Ankh Morport.
Oh, we're in space. Return to the mansion. Maybe we'll go all the way to the mansion.
Like this very slow reveal of the Ankh
this
again.
is cool as shit. It's because somebody wrote this song and they want the whole thing.
They do want it all. They've got. Yeah. Speaking of which, why don't you send me some of the music so I can play your music during the intermission?
I can. Unveiled
Right.
a Dungeons and Dragons 5e actual
3
play.
minutes into it before anybody starts talking.
Oh, it is their symbol.
Yeah, so they're all in front of it. They got some uniform ready.
That looks like
We're just
Zoom.
gonna do some introductions.
Is it Zoom?
Hey guys, so we're just hanging out, and here's some introductions. And
How
y'all doing?
what order should we go on today?
How
do we
is
just do
everyone?
the same thing we do every week?
Okay.
Or do I just like
I suppose we're going to do this.
Everybody showed up on time though. They were all there before the podcast started.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Indeed.
And I play a centaur named Tilvius.
Of course you do.
Hi, Amador.
Hi, I'm Chris. I play a centaur.
Hi, Andy. I am Amador. I play games. I do that most of the time. Today I am Argyle Bullywomp. I am a frog or a grung, if you want to be literal and technical and all those things. Back to you, Andy.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Am I not muted? Cool, I'm not muted. First time for everything.
All right. I'm proud of you.
I play our
Please be a
lovely
barbarian.
half-orc, Mr. Rusati Tealeaf, and the sky is blue except for tonight. Apparently there is a magnetic storm going on, and you can see the Aurora Borealis from here. So,
The fuck does he live?
That's a win.
So he plays a half orc. A half orc what?
Hi, Dungeon Daddy.
I'm
No.
Wow.
No.
I'm here. Wow.
He's a wizard, or he's a wizard or an artificer.
I mean, I don't know a lot, but I know one of the things
See what he
we
is.
do.
Want with me? I play Cirrus, the Dragonborn.
wow.
You just do what you want.
Oh, I'll give you something.
Cover me
Holy
and
shit.
burn me.
He's drunk.
Sexy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duly noted. I'll put it down for your preferences.
Yeah, I think he's drunk.
Is he drunk? I don't say that stuff when I was drunk. I was totally lucid.
No, because you're not like ultimately weird.
I am Gerda, a rat human with
Ranger? I mean, rogue?
ability to be disgusting.
Oh, she's just one of those goblin girls.
You know, checks out. I am Dakota or Shiro. I'll be DMing this game of Unveiled, set in the homebrew world of Aristhea. Last time we were here, we talked to the guild. We met a guild master who flew off as a Dargon. We inspected a house, found a secret room in said house. Went through the city, found the mansion.
Oh my god.
Invaded a mansion at night.
Jeez.
Just straight up broke into that bitch. Just very, very
Little B&E. That's cool.
totally unfounded. Yeah.
You just skip ahead. Let's see if they like get into it, or if they're all
who disappeared.
Yeah, sometimes there's a cold start. It's sometimes you got to warm up a little bit.
You know. Because you don't. Maybe
Well, it
their
can't
desk
really
jobs like
sit
they don't
anymore,
talk to people for hours on end.
Sure.
That's fair.
That's why I talk so much on our games, is because I'm stuck alone all the time, and it's like my moment to like be heard.
Or a doorway that leads down.
Yeah, roll investigation.
Yeah, fucking roll that shit. What's happening?
See, this is new style gaming, by the way. That's what it's like.
Uh,
Old style, you would say
I would
what
like
you
to
do.
roll a stealth, maybe to peek through the door, see if there's anybody passing by, making rounds, just so that.
I see how
we're in
he's like,
here doing our thing.
I want to.
We're
He
covered,
leans on the
at least on
mechanics
one
to get
end.
something done,
Okay.
versus trying to
So
do
the
something and the DM telling him mechanics.
The stealth was a 14.
So now the mechanics tell what happens versus
Okay.
storytelling.
Did he
So
succeed?
new
Did he
style
find what
versus
he's
old
looking for?
Okay, what was the investigation? I'm sorry.
Like, yeah or no?
He
That's it.
forgot.
A dirty 20 and a 14.
I like how they say dirty 20. That's
this room, or you
something we
investigating
fucking started.
outside?
Like the room, and then maybe like just.
I
a
think they've
little
seen
bit
our shit and then
in the
just not giving us
local area
credit.
of where we are.
I don't use
I'm serious.
D20s.
Entire house. Just
No, dirty
trying to
20.
Take the next room or two and just check shit out.
Okay. As you're kind of like looking around this room, you don't find much in here.
Because you didn't meet the DC.
Through this really quickly, you get the vibe that this has been cleaned out. Everything was damaged and it's been cleaned, right? All the debris has been.
So
he took
move
you-
on.
Yeah, he took you to a room that is over.
Like head out into the hallway.
Right,
and
so-
first Argyle kind of sticks his head out.
So-
to look,
16 on the, by the way.
sticks his head back in. You don't
See
see it.
how it goes back into DCs and mechanics?
Yeah.
You don't catch anybody.
It's all about mechanics.
Thank you.
And then the role play is sort of like the mayonnaise.
Skulk your
That's
way
it.
out into the hallway.
It's not the meat.
Stick to the wall, really like arms up on the wall, moving your way across. On your dirty 20, you will find a couple more doorways that lead into other.
Oh, check it out. You find the shit that you might want to find.
There are those stairs that lead back up to the second level.
And notice he's doing a module, so there's probably nothing to find.
Like going
Mm-hmm.
through.
Maybe he finds a trap.
Catch that something.
Or finding more doors is
What?
the.
There's something off. He found a trap.
Very long, like the stairway itself is longer. Than
Or a hidden door, maybe.
necessarily needs
Yeah.
to be.
What do you do?
So I was gonna roll.
The stairs, like a double stairway.
Let's see if he uses role play to figure it out, or if he tries to roll for it.
Get okay. And I kind of clip, 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 clip.
There's something really weird about these steps. Do you think you could maybe like poke around a little bit over here on this
Totally gonna be a
backside
roll.
and see if we can't
Totally
find
gonna be a roll.
a second set of steps?
I can see what I see.
Investigation.
Research for
Investigation traps. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see, it's just mechanic to mechanic to mechanic to mechanic, leading you to a mechanic, and it's a way of thinking. Hey, could you come over here and roll mechanics because you have that?
And that is a 21.
Oh, you got it. Oh, okay, you got it. And he definitely got it because it's DC 15.
To the other side
Maybe
of the
18.
stairs, and you're looking to see if maybe there's something here that leads down, because that's what you're looking for, right?
Mhm.
There's no obvious opening here.
Motherfucker, is it a DC 25?
Like it opens
There's
up.
no
You're
way.
like feeling around, seeing if there's a
What
hidden-
level are they? Does it say?
here.
I don't have any information other than their
If they're-
names.
Like if they're not mid-level, like as in like
As you're kind of like
8th,
going back
10th,
around, heading back to the room.
over 21 is really high.
Yeah.
Then it almost feels like your hand goes from touching wood to some type of like metal,
Oh.
hollow.
Something softer than wood.
Feeling it out.
You feel it's very long, and girthy.
Space in the middle.
You're
side of the
grown
stairs is hollow.
from the other side of the door.
Can I kind of silently point? And then
Clearly a ghost.
Can I also do a little tap just to kind of hear?
Yeah, can I tap on it and roll this D20?
As you kind of tap,
Yeah, click, click, click.
it is,
Roll your D20.
it sounds hollow. It sounds like there's
Oh,
something
it's hollow.
behind this.
Oh yeah. Roll a
Oh,
strength
so you
check.
found the door. You gotta.
Yeah. So it's
flow
gonna be a
into it.
strength check. Can he add
I think I
athletics?
found something over here.
Athletics. He'll say
I will
should be
quietly
strength, but
make my way over there.
Yeah,
quietly do it.
get
Roll
the-
stuff.
The same type of thing. Where this
Yeah, you got to do a strength check, dog.
appears
You
to
did,
be-
Gerda. That's what I was trying to say.
So do you
on,
get
Gerda.
any
The rogue.
camaraderie from any of this? Let's go.
Wait. No. I want to see if she's rogue.
Perhaps a bone scimitar?
Well, we want to keep quiet.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's cool.
They can hear you.
I was whispering when I said that.
Yeah.
This is a stealth.
Stage whisper. Got it.
I actually signed it.
Stage whisper.
Rat signing. I love it.
Okay.
I'm
I
not
will- I will
criticizing
come up
them,
behind
by the way.
Sadi and Argo and say,
It's just it's a certain style of gaming
one
is all.
invisible door today. Do you want me to give a go on this one?
You know, I am
So
always
he's
here for you to pick
a
things,
roguish type
so Why
character.
don't you give it your best shot?
Yeah, I'm right next to you, and I give guidance to Tilvius.
All right. Can I do a perception check to see if I can figure
And I
out
guess he's a wizard of some sort.
what this is?
Guidance, I think, is a spell.
100% can.
Or is it ranger? I can't remember. So this is the thing. I think it'd be so much better
What is my perception?
for them to, like, they know there's a door there.
Yeah, I'll say on
They
a
know it's
19,
hollow.
As you're kind of
So
looking.
use your creativity to figure out how to open the door.
You're
Checking
looking
for
at it,
traps,
you've
doing
had some
whatever.
recent experience
If you
with
have to roll,
hidden
roll.
doors.
Otherwise,
Like, you know,
why are you rolling?
it makes sense as you're kind of
So are they still trying to figure out the door?
as quiet as you
Yeah,
can.
because it's all mechanic. And
They
it
can't.
does
Door,
provide
general rectangular area.
party cohesion because you have to have the rogue come over. You have to have the whatever come over.
Or like an opening.
Like the wizard couldn't do
Is
anything to open the door, or the
I think
barbarian.
you cast
The barbarian couldn't do anything. They'd have to knock through it.
anytime the game moves forward.
I don't know how
Anytime the plot moves
the
forward,
door.
it is because of a mechanic. It's not because of the characters doing something or role
Right.
playing something. Like, hey, I say, hey, you asshole. Okay, roll. It's like,
Mhm. Well, should we move on?
yeah.
Let's move on. All right.
Oh, she's a
Unveiled.
druid.
Oh,
A
she's
rat
a druid. So that was the Vibe Tribe Productions. They got a production company. They got 220 videos that they've created over the last unknown amount of time. Yeah. They've got 4,000 views. They've been They've been going since January of 2022, so it's a newer. We got a link tree and some other different items that they go into pretty
I'm
deep.
not trying to diss them. That's what I was trying to say. Like when you were gone, I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, no, I was listening. I didn't think you were. Your critiques are solely meant for the game that they're playing. I mean, we're in D&D world, so this is
interesting. Your first D&D. Wait, learn to play with us. I'm interested in the setup. What the fuck?
Oh, look at these guys! I love it. They got some.
Oh,
they got.
I bet there's not a dude in there.
Scraping noise.
Yeah, the scraping noise turns into like all of a sudden
It's
silence.
like on carpet now.
Yeah, as it cuts.
Oh, this is live.
Not on the carpet. Thick it's somewhat unfamiliar to you.
Yeah, so it's a girl table.
You haven't seen these.
Yeah, girls can play role-playing games.
You have seen
Yeah,
Toadstool.
I mean it's a full girl table, is what I'm saying.
We got 97 views. Oh, this was live. It is not live anymore.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
it's
it was live.
It's sort of like
No, it was live.
thick cap, almost providing you with.
That's live.
No, you're right. It's live right now.
You notice there are
Live.
You gotta be a subscriber to talk.
Oh,
strands or
well, I'll subscribe.
weird light green substance kind of coming down off of it.
Light
I'll
green
like-
substance.
I'll like and
Wait,
subscribe.
does this say
Situated with a lot of different holes, and there's
Does it say what?
living inside.
Does it say October
Anything
11th?
like this in your life.
Go down. I don't think you're live.
Does it have a
Why does it say starting October 11th? Oh,
like maybe?
Yeah, it's not live.
this must be a premiere.
It's
Oh.
So this is their premiere.
So you could be chatting because it's a premiere.
Yeah. So we do these sometimes.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with all girl tables. It's just
Grandma, have you seen?
Oh, this has to
Whoa.
be. Yeah, they got animation.
Oh.
And I point at the.
So what we're not going to do is we're not going to lick the walls. There's a fungal growth here.
Okay, so I love this.
I feel like
Oh,
I
it's
love
amazing.
This is great.
It's amazing.
This is great. I mean, even without the animation, this is great.
I could rest. You know, it's been a long day.
How's your knee?
And they're all in the same place. I think that means a lot. Like when you're in the same place, you can have these
Well, they're in
conversations.
character. Check it out. How often have you heard mechanics yet?
Yeah.
Watch this. We'll see when mechanics come in.
Yeah.
She's just took a nap.
She's napping right now.
Yeah,
just like poked down at
you
her
see grandma in like a little, almost like just probably half propped up on one stone that's also covered in this soft.
I want to see when mechanics come into this.
and just out like a light.
She's snoring very loudly.
Very loudly.
Very loudly.
Make a
Again,
performance check.
story, no mechanics. I love it.
Oh, there's
Okay, there's performance.
performance.
So
and
she's trying to
8, 9.
Yeah, a respectable.
act like she's
score.
performing.
Yeah.
It's not a pleasing sound, but
Oh,
you
thank
are
God.
successful in that it's loud.
Thank you.
Even here in this muffled space, you kind of, what does it sound like?
You know how when
See
you have sleep
how she's a good DM.
and they don't have a
She's a good
breathing
DM.
machine.
Oh.
No, there is a breathing machine, but she also inhaled it.
Wow.
So it's emanating, it's resonating.
Inhaled
It's-
the breathing apparatus.
Yeah.
And this is just 3 people.
You all hear. this
Yeah,
is
they're
really
interesting, talking about
breathing, kind of
the
like
action.
echoing
Yeah.
Ken's.
And they've got an animator
And
who
and they're-
has
Sleepiness, hurting.
added.
I bet it's one of them.
Yeah,
No, you're really
There's 4 of
hurting.
them.
4 of them. Yeah, it's
5
good.
total.
Taking damage this
Yeah.
whole dungeon, have you?
It's a good.
So everyone who's talking is invested in what is happening.
Yeah.
I don't even think
They're
that
all
happens.
they're invested in what is happening right now.
I mean, if we want
Not,
to stop and
oh, what do you do? Oh, well, I go off around this. I go over there,
okay, just tell me what to do then.
and I'm just talking to the DM the whole time. See, they're talking to each other.
Fighting. Everything's
They're
fine.
playing with each other.
We'll go ahead and you go ahead and rest. Yeah. And I will take watch. Okay. You can rest as well if you'd like.
Wait, just clarify. Short, did we settle on a short rest or long rest?
It's a long rest.
So they're doing
So
mechanics though.
That's mechanic there.
Reset your character sheets as the
The
party
DM
long rest.
says, "Oh, you're doing this. Cool, long rest.
Party
Cool.
Sleeping.
Next scene."
Continue to snore.
The whole time.
But they're basically teaching us how to play D&D. That is the goal of this video.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
It is, and so like they've got an action sequence that they put together, and they're like, "This
And
is
they're
how."
in.
Yeah,
And they're
and
in
everybody cares it. Everybody cares.
They're playing with each other.
No. Well, they're very charismatic. Everybody in here has an awareness about
just a medium.
And contributes to the world.
Games of cribbage.
But it's also this is very polished. There is a if we investigate this magic and stuff a little bit deeper, they got 25,000 subscribers, 71 videos, so they have way less videos. It's only been
they started up though. Like those are not people that are just general whatevers.
Yeah.
There's at least a couple of like the woman in drag.
Yeah.
She is definitely a comedian.
Oh well, and she's amazing.
Improv.
I mean, yeah,
like they've got improv going like down.
500,000 views. The channel's not been around for but a year, and I think they're definitely
They are live. They're live. Click on that one.
Know where to go back to.
So this is live.
They are live.
You see,
Say hello.
That
Hey.
20-foot radius
Say hello. We're watching you
dispel. And
on our stream, on our live stream.
as you're making your way through this fungal forest.
Well, I mean,
And,
I'm
like-
not. I'm the wrong
Say, hey-
person. I'm just gonna say we're watching.
What's their name?
Okay.
I can send you the
From Noni.
Magic and stuff.
Because of chainmail. That's unfortunate because she got a 17 on the good.
I'll send you the.
She got a 2 on the other one.
I love them.
But because you got a 16,
Oh no!
as
What
you're
happened?
gliding forward like a shadow in the night, you just hear behind you.
Wait, are they live right now?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think they're live,
Okay. I think I know what's going on.
or is it? Is
I
it?
think that it is live, but I think they already knew what they were gonna do.
Yeah. Well, it's like pre-recorded, edited, and they're just streaming a video, kind of thing. Oh, I'm messaging you.
Yeah, Chad as a subscriber.
Like, oh, you already found him? Found him?
Yep.
You didn't
We're
need
watching
me to do that?
and love it.
Love it.
We're watching on our live stream,
A live stream
gaming live
podcast.
stream, and love it. Yep. You get 99, baby.
You get so many likes.
I
There
love
we go. Geeky Gamer Podcast is in there.
Yeah.
Super. Like, I think they'd be a fun interview. Anybody from this.
Would be great.
Anyone from this podcast.
But
would
they're taking it seriously.
They're very serious.
What they're doing is serious.
But yeah, I mean, I think let's. I want to go into, what makes them. They're clearly their videos have titles that are catchy. Every time Miss Reading says, "Here's the thing."
But the thing is, while they are put together and sleek, and they've got the animation that makes it interesting and all that, none of that really matters.
Mm-hmm.
As in when it comes to having a bunch of followers and subscribers and all that, because I've seen loads of people pull this off with a tenth of what they're doing.
Yeah, they got production value. They spent money on this, but they care.
Yeah, the production value's there, but that's not why they're popular.
Yeah, they're in a studio, and well, I mean, and their thumbnails are really strong. It looks like they get 20 to 40 views. I mean,
I don't think that's it though.
20 to 40,000 views.
Yeah, I don't think that's why they're popular.
Yeah.
It's not because of the production value. I mean, that helps. I think they're popular because if they were just hanging out, they had no graphics, their thumbnails were just mediocre, normal titles, they would still have people following them.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that they have a lot of personality, and they're strong players, and they care about what's going on. They're in the moment.
They're in the moment.
And they know who they are.
I mean, look at that video switching. Like,
which one is it?
It's always on point.
Oh,
Like-
yeah, you just click on any of their videos and it's produced. They have a producer that is not gaming. They don't. It's not like me where I'm, and it could be one of the or all of the people at the table putting this together. It's not just one or two people. They have a number of people animating this stuff, or at least one very good animator that spends 40 hours a week to create their visual. I think this is a business. I think they're doing it as
this is a show.
As a show.
Look at how she's talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah, she's selling us something.
And my knee hurts.
Great.
I'm Riley, a vampire rogue named Felon, and I like the cold.
Okay, so they're giving us their stats.
I'm Liz. I play Icky the Wizard the Sorcerer. I'm
But
Nature's
that's
cleaving
extra.
crow.
The fact is, it could literally just be them sitting at a table, no switching whatsoever, and those people in the moment paying attention.
Oh, you want me to take out the eyes?
They're having a good time together.
Pop the eyeballs out.
Oh, Jesus.
It's wild. All right, I think this works. The magic and stuff.
How long is it? 30 minutes?
From the
Yeah, this one's 30 minutes, but it's a cut down of probably 4 hours of content. And they've got lighting effects on stage. I think they definitely. It's a show that they pitched, and that they're, doing week to week.
I think the main takeaway, apart from production value, all this crap, you could lose all of it. And the fact is you have these 5 people that are in the moment actually working towards the same fucking goal. That's the thing. As in, it's not just, I go solve the puzzle by walking through the door and solving the puzzle, and the rest of the game is over there. There's the awareness of, it's like being on stage and knowing you're working literally as a team. I don't mean like the players, I don't mean the characters are a team. I mean the players are a team. That's the difference of being at a table of gamers where it's really, really fun, and a table of gamers where it's like normal.
Sure.
Or even bad. When people are there and you're playing with each other.
Yeah.
When you're not playing with each other, it's not fun.
Right.
And it's not interesting.
Yeah, because everybody, like you said, is going back to the Arbiter, and all their conversations aren't with their friends. Their conversations are.
It's a good litmus test.
Yeah.
If the Arbiter's sitting there and it's like, hey, so it's your turn. Okay, so I want to do this and this, and can I do this and this, and is this a thing that I know and in me, and I talk to the NPC and get information from me. You're not playing with other people.
Yeah. It's interesting. I found one after our own heart, looking at the graphic on here. It's called Overdogs 36. So they've been playing it for a while. They got about our amount of subscribers. They did 44 views, streamed 5 days ago. So they get more views than we do. They're going full Discord. Like, just not even
Discord.
Full Discord, which I think is pretty fun.
Oh my god.
No, Gavin.
Oh my god.
So we see behind the curtain.
I gotta get a soda water. Hold on one moment.
We see behind the curtain.
Mark my words, internet. If somebody within a mile of me ends up dead and $100 more poor.
Oh my god, we should have done this forever ago, Ken. This is awesome.
Dude, that's a fucking terrible thing to do in the city you live in.
Who are these people? Get their contact.
Yeah, they would totally maybe be on our show. We should definitely. I'll send them here.
Oh my god.
All right, the stream.
No, Jesse. The line is we
I
live in
love
a
this.
society.
Stream check.
Oh, Jesse. You gotta, like, half of them won't show their faces.
He's thrashing around and shit.
I bet they don't show their faces at all.
It's like teenagers getting together to play a game.
Bunch of dudes eating chips.
Everybody's mukbanging. It's good. It's healthy. It's healthy conversation between people who like each other.
Go forward. Are they showing?
Yeah.
You can hear him fucking eating chips.
All right, we're good.
What a fucking asshole.
Look at this.
All right, so
what's his screen name?
Do we just want to
He just talks his own shit.
I feel like there's been a shit ton of preamble. We just didn't stream it.
Holy moly!
Do they even know he's streaming?
Brief recap and then we're good.
Just a brief one.
Hello, everyone.
All right, look at all that energy.
I'm Jacob Reitzel, and I am with my usual players. James, please introduce yourself.
I'm James, and I play Haybale, the Kanku Ranger Swarmkeeper / Artificer Artillerist.
Fucking Cancun, Jesus.
Over to Aaron.
Hi, I play Kip, Rogue Thief, Divide Soul Sorcerer.
Oh my god.
They all sound like rejects from alternative radio.
He's a little...
Yeah.
I play Ymir Frostwalker, the Goliath Ancestral Guardian Barbarian, who has multi-class in the fighter.
This is us.
That's not you.
They care though.
That's Bigfoot.
We are continuing our session in
That dude eating chips needs to
I got
fucking stop.
6. You're wondering why there's a little bit of
But I mean, we battled with that when I first started. I was like, what are you guys doing?
Yesterday.
This session's gonna be weird.
This session's gonna be a little weird. I took a shot. Aaron's on a gummy.
Oh, so they're doing drugs.
We might have more.
I'm on a what?
Me and Jesse are high on life, you know, so.
All right, so
These guys,
Taking a little nibble of something.
they're doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Worse.
Right.
Way worse.
It'll only take a minute.
Way worse.
Guys, last session we concluded.
Yeah, that I like the candy wrapper. At least we don't have candy wrapper going on.
Dealing with trauma after trauma after trauma. Cleared blood veil and all of the underdark of the necrotic plague that has been going through.
Oh my
Underdark,
god.
Slaying the arch knight of the eclipse, Jericho. It was a very well hard fought battle, but
Dude's in the chips.
well for going against a paladin of such high grandeur.
I like the guy in the middle talking. He's good.
Using a fry and it just disappeared. Where the fuck did it? Oh, there it is. Never mind. It was by my nuts. Continue.
Last session we ended on a pretty big note where we met 2 new characters.
This poor DM.
Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe and like just
Yeah,
because.
please move forward though, because let's get into it.
All right, we're gonna.
Do they
jump
ever
into
get into it? Please just go. They need at least 20-30 minutes. Just go into it.
All right, so it started, I think, at this point.
However, he decided to take a different path.
Of course, none of them will show their fucking faces.
Yeah, I hate that. Like, just,
That is totally a thing, and I know it's like a cybersecurity thing, but like, come on, guys.
Nobody cares. That's
No
the problem.
one gives a fuck about
Nobody
you,
gives
okay?
a fuck
They
if
do
they
not
see
give a
you or
fuck
not
about
see
you.
you. Absolutely. Absolutely correct.
Okay, go further, because I want to hear what they're saying.
A faint version of him exists in here.
We're 40 minutes
We need to
in.
get a.
All of us.
Yeah, go an hour in.
Every single shadow.
We're not gonna miss anything.
I know. Okay, we're at an hour in.
It's just.
That was wrong. Go back. Go back. We were in it. It's my fault.
Yeah, they had the music going and everything
They were
at
in
40.
it. Ah,
Yeah,
I
they
was
took a little-
wrong.
Technically, no.
Yeah, I hear the music. I hear the voices.
You need to come face to face with yourself.
Okay, we get the DM on our shit.
Yeah.
That's got to happen because
Yeah.
he's the only one that's actually trying. Everyone else is like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get a burger. I'll be back." It's like, Jesus Christ.
But
And I think
how do I find out what that is?
It's not bad. Although he's not showing his face. It's like, listen, you're not that ugly, dude.
Solve. Not everything is a magic item to solve. Not everything lies in a switch.
He's playing a woman.
It lies within yourself. You have overcome much.
Let's do it. Roll performance. Notice, we haven't listened to a lot. I haven't seen one mechanic.
There are things you need to do before you can progress the Frost Key's power.
You guys need to turn up your gain.
Yeah, they got like the wind and the snow.
The last breath.
We can do that. That's a Discord thing. It's literally a bot. Yeah.
To just do wind and snow to the point to where you can't even hear what they're saying.
Whatever you want, girl. Whatever you want.
Yeah. No, I like the way I do it.
I'll try to find out what that one thing is.
So they're playing characters.
Ymir. One last thing.
But it's awful because you can't see them.
And you can't really hear them. Everybody has their.
Why have just have him or have you got to have images or something.
Will be forced into a fight, but you, however, will be exempted from it.
So this would work.
Taking on a completely.
A little bit of production. Just have still images.
Yeah, still image
of certain landscapes, and it would work.
And the audio needs a little cleaning up.
Their audio shit.
Order of the Lycan on behalf of
But they're doing it from home for fun. I mean, they're not looking for fame and fortune. They've got.
So this is what we're doing.
Yeah,
this is what we're doing.
Yeah, right.
As cringe as this is, in certain ways, we're rolling that. We're towing that line.
Yeah, this is where we are. We are on par. We are on par. We are older by like 20 years.
No.
Maybe 15 years.
What's the difference between the previous one, which we're like, this is compelling and funny and interesting?
She looks far.
And they were talking, and then this, where it's kind of not.
It's the game master is interesting, and everybody talks to the game master.
A giant blade stabs through the other Titan. And you see a giant anger boar. A giant Eros.
What does that mean? Eros.
As anger boar is stabbed in the chest by Eros.
Oh shit.
Sounds like he's losing his voice.
And
he's into it, dude.
Goes,
actually, he said he was sick.
Twists the blade inside of him. And goes, now die! And as the blade, you see in his hands, he holds a sword.
He's just got the
one that looks like the Frost Key, but it isn't.
The vocal fry going on.
You see anger boar.
That's fun.
You see it.
And then stabs Eros right in the chest back.
Dude is like got no chance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
How are you alive? And Anger Boar says, stones and dirt.
See, this is the thing. I don't like to NPC with myself.
And you
Right.
oh my fucking god. And you wake up at the center of the chapel.
Yeah, I don't like to NPC with myself.
Mm-hmm.
So he's changing music out.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that someone just what?
I think somebody. I mean, it looks like a little brain hemorrhage. There's a screen share that pops on. I think he's got. That's the music in
He's
the
got
background.
YouTube or something.
Yeah, some YouTube music in the background.
Yeah,
that
okay. So he's got
screen
YouTube music on,
shares.
which is a good idea.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'd like it that we have original artists.
Okay. Can you find?
Okay.
Okay, two things.
Okay.
When the players come on, is it awful?
Yeah.
Two, where are the mechanics?
He's trying his hardest to contact Dragomir.
Oh. Yeah, make
There it is.
Make either Arcana or Religion, I guess.
I guess.
We'll go Arcana. That makes more sense.
Is he stoned?
Oh,
I think so. He's on a bot pill.
Oh, they're fucked up.
So
it's too late.
you
They're all
look
fucked
at
up.
it really hard, and you.
Oh wow, that was terrible.
How the hell does Ymir do this shit? Fuck.
just can't look at it, right?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Do I need to talk?
Yeah, I think that they're just not there yet. I mean, the DM seems like they care, they're into it. I think
he cares until the players get involved, and he doesn't care anymore.
yeah, I think that it's kids trying to figure out what kids do. They're playing, if we had this when we were younger, if we had streaming and able to do all the games, like your years and years of games that you've played, and have it recorded, I mean, that's probably where you were when you were that age or whatever. I mean, who knows how old they are, but
this has been rather informative, actually, seeing these different actual plays and live plays.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. All right, let's keep going.
Let's do one more.
I was kind of hoping, so these pop up these are searchable thing. I put a really generic live play Dungeons and Dragons. Why don't we do live play TTRPG?
Yeah, TTRPG.
RPG. So it's not all D&D. And then I'm going to change the filters because
Star Trek.
Yeah, because I'm going to do this week, and we'll do, and it loves this Discworld shit. All right, so I think a lot of the Zoan epic, or Zotan,
Zoshin.
They have
she, her game master.
Yeah, they have their pronouns in there. Okay, so I'm. Yeah, everybody
A
has
he,
a
him,
pronoun.
a she,
Yeah.
her.
All right.
A she, her. I want a they, them. God damn it. Druid.
None. No.
Yeah.
They got some really nice.
Clearly bigots.
They got a nice amount of. I should be showing this.
Actually, it does look really cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anybody can take footage of drones.
Anybody has a drone. I know,
Drones.
but, drones like
No,
$500-600.
they didn't shoot this. There's no way. They did not
probably
shoot.
not. That's like Norway right there, baby.
Yeah, they didn't shoot this. They got some immersive sound.
Sersha. Oh, Sersha. Somebody's using Gaelic spelling.
Yeah.
Shui?
This is produced.
Holy shit, that means water. They're using Chinese. Zoshin. It's probably like Hogan.
Episode 30. They got 64 subscribers. Nobody's liked the video. But this is
actually go to some shit and let's subscribe and get them on our podcast.
Right.
You're taking note of who we have on here, right?
Oh, sure.
Oh God, no.
So now we're in Final Fantasy. All right, I'm gonna copy the link.
Properly running. It looks like it is.
All right, so they're dealing with nobody's
Everything
showing
that we
their
know.
face. Yeah, nobody's showing their
here's
face.
the thing.
But it's
This
immersive.
is one thing that I'm learning. We should never start the stream when we're still dealing with technical difficulties.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like we should literally just. Yeah. Like, hey, are we on? Are we on? We should cut that out.
Oh yeah. I've been saying that for since we started. You just want to have the meat. Sometimes that can't be avoided because you fail, and what I'll do is I'll restart the stream.
So as you walk into the restaurant, you see a bunch of plants hanging off the walls. You know,
But she got into it.
that there was a bit of vines all over these ornate pillars that come down from it. It's 2 stories. It's on one of the main rivers, which I did mention. And you're led to the back by a waiter that comes up and greets you. And you find yourselves a relatively large table. There's quite a few of you. And you're just kind of watching as people row by on the river.
You know something that
about their business. You see little cargo ships that
I'm wondering here. On the one that was good, I don't think we had any exposition.
Oh, they just jumped into it.
I think they cut it out.
Yeah. Well, it's produced.
I think it was right to the action.
Yeah, it's because it's produced. You cut out
And that's
the work.
Tied to the deck that you're on.
But it's hard to cut out it for it to be a game. You got to have like the components of working in there.
Right. Right. So when we do an actual show,
yeah,
we'll figure that out.
You
And
gotta
we'll
edit.
do it.
You got to edit because they edited all that stuff out. They edit out the ums and the uhs and.
When you were walking through the inside of the cafe, it smelled like.
I mean, her delivery is kind of like, well, you're here.
Well,
and
she's
it's a
like
day-to-day.
Daria.
Yeah,
She's like Daria.
totally like Daria.
Looks like
For a
Daria.
while, a white-furred tabaxi walks up to you. She has pink
Fucking
eyes.
tabaxi.
piercing in
Those
her
are cat
left
people.
ear With a dangling raspberry gems. She wears light blue overalls with strawberry embroidery and a black apron. With
Wait, what the
pastel-furled
fuck?
Pirate shirts to finish the outfit.
What?
Set a world up.
Please take a seat. Well, looks like most of you have taken a seat. Can I get you started with some coffee?
What?
I would like bourbon, please.
No joke.
Coffee sounds quite fantastic.
I would like a coffee, yes.
Okay. She's writing down on a piece of parchment.
She's not.
Any food I
What?
can start you with? We have fresh pastries, eggs.
What?
And
Oh my
how
God.
This is how to act when
Eggs?
going to a coffee shop.
Eggs? I mean, she's from the West. I bet she's an LA chick.
My name's Rareberry. I'm the owner of the business.
Rareberry.
I'll talk to you soon. She walks off, kind of gives you all a wink, and
That was kind of like a moment that we didn't need.
talking to various staff.
Unless
That's
she's
called
part.
shoe leather, Ken.
Is that what?
What the fuck was that?
That was like they didn't cut out the scene.
I mean,
No, that's like their fucking favorite character, like her furry character.
All over her face.
That was a furry character.
Mhm.
Oh.
Absolutely, she embraces it.
A white tabaxi.
sometimes people
White furred tabaxi
They're
in blue overalls
I don't know.
with raspberries all over it and an apron.
For it.
I mean, yeah, I know. Like, go her. Like,
One of them is going to try to
all
fuck
in,
her.
go- Good for her.
Or all of them.
There's a
But they
point
can't say
when
that.
people become exhausting, and I hope she doesn't reach that point.
Oh no.
What?
As you guys are talking, you can hear like industrial sounds off in the distance. This doesn't look like a very wealthy area of the town. It's nice. She keeps the restaurant clean. The building's in pretty good shape for where they're at. But around you, you can hear just sort of these odd noises.
Okay, skip forward.
hammers
I can't
playing
handle
in
it.
the distance. You can hear saw
I don't
being
understand.
milled, or wood being milled, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is
they're
our
near a
podcast
mill.
like this?
Maybe a little bit. Not exactly.
God.
Bring the tabaxis, they kind
No.
of gather up their things, say their farewells and good lucks, and they leave the deck. I just want to bring the conversation back around to also the situation with the Carnova. The man is still sitting there over
So this is where the DM is like,
himself a meal. He's eating and just kind of
the plot's over here, guys.
thoughts.
Go this way.
Jesus.
And maybe because you can't see the people, there's no accountability. Yeah,
We're in a
like
cafe.
yeah. So there's a
I'm gonna have some
lumber mill
coffee.
outside. What? Yeah.
Discuss with him. I think.
Can I get a scone?
I think for the most part, if we're not going out to go,
We're just gonna stay in this
Unless, like, it's
cafe
one
all
of those
day.
that
Yeah.
We're millennials.
I mean, it
That's
seems
all we're
nice.
actually doing.
I think there's
I
some
get
air
on my
conditioning.
computer.
talk to someone that's you
I
serve.
talk about my identity.
Spend a little quality time.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Shut up.
Right in your little book, guy.
Time with him, you chat, you talk about your
You
childhood.
chat, you
and-
talk,
Oh,
and we get to
shit.
the plot.
You know how it is. and he's understanding that you all are quite busy with something, but he ultimately the conversation ends with he will see you again in town.
So they don't even have the conversation. They skip the conversation. I feel like the conversation they needed to have needed to happen.
So
this is an example of their role play. Is fine,
for anything that anyone wants to
but they're not playing together.
Yeah, they're playing. They're talking to the arbiter.
They're waiting.
Yeah,
they're waiting for something to happen.
Right.
Either way,
they don't know what to do. They're not used to being creative, and so they're just waiting to be fed by the DM, who's waiting for them to do something.
Right. Well, I mean, I think that's where my mind has been for a long time. If you don't do the preparations and kind of know who you are and where you want to be, whether or not you get to that point, at least you have a story that you're going to tell. I don't know if does that add too much into if the arbiter has a plan for you? Does it distract, or does it add, or does it matter?
No, it adds.
Yeah.
It's just don't be married to what you've planned.
Yeah. But then you have
like here's a question.
Yeah.
Do you know who any of those characters are?
I don't think they describe themselves. I think we might have skipped the point, but there was like some technical issue.
Go back. I don't think so.
But I mean,
they haven't done anything.
Well,
I don't mean they haven't pushed the plot forward.
I think they're still sitting at the table.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
it is episode 30. You heard
so
that
they're
right.
only
episode 30.
It's been a while. I appreciate everyone for hanging out and playing this game together, and we'll get right into it.
It's like hanging out at a coffee shop in the 80s,
Music to set the mood.
90s.
So the party, they have gone across the ocean on a contract in order to hopefully find themselves a solution to their troubles with the cult.
So you got a cult?
The cult is far more difficult than they can handle on their own. There's literally
the cult is difficult. At a cafe ordering scones.
And they're somehow still operating in the shadows successfully. Well, what the players have discovered is they have quite a few invisibility rings for whatever reason and a bunch of strange magic.
Oh, nice.
Their quest has led them across the ocean, and they are now in the town of...
No, they're doing sandbox and have no fucking clue where they're going.
The swamp of
that's
an
typical
area
D&D.
called Tarbent, and they have successfully done a smuggling operation. The party has ended up with some diamonds, a whole bunch of diamonds worth about 5.5 million gold pieces. Unfortunately, they are the cargo of a rather notorious band of criminals and pirates.
Oh, so they've done wrong to the wrong people.
You have to be careful with what they do with this money. However, they're now in this relatively lawless town run by a bunch of criminals and people who just kind of don't want to be seen. Or,
with the most boring coffee shop
why is there a goddamn
ever.
Why is there a goddamn huge cat person who loves raspberries
outside of legal business? What even
hanging
is
out
legal in this world? After all, this is a pre-industrial era. This is
they need to get to it.
Basic things that you would
pre-industrial
think of really,
but it's an industrial town.
I know it's very confusing.
With a paper mill.
The players spent the night at a
and they're on parchment. What the fuck?
Who took them in as a contact with their smuggling friends.
Well, that's part of the reason why, I think it's important to have shows like this, because having like what we do, having some discourse where we talk about history and accountability and like building a world building, I think it's easier to become more immersed into the story and to care about the story if the story makes sense.
Okay. Can you hit pause?
Yeah, I'll hit pause.
Okay. So this is what I think. I think we need to be more like the group of girls.
Oh yeah,
we need to go that direction. And I don't think it's all production.
No, it's
as in there is a production value that they're doing that is 2-3 above us.
Sure.
Because they have dedicated and they've got a studio and all these things that we don't have, and they're on the same spot. Blah blah blah. We can't mess with that.
Every episode that they have costs $1,000.
Right. We can't mess with that.
No.
What we can mess with, assuming we do a show, is people being on point, as in playing together. And we need to discover how to talk about that. Maybe it's showing people videos and being like, hey, look, do you see the difference here?
Sure.
Because while these guys, I'm not trying to knock Zoshin Epic, but I mean, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, but they're having fun. I mean, everybody in this game is having fun.
I don't know. I don't know if they're having fun.
They just don't. They don't know how to escape. And
they're showing up.
We work on our own campaign on how to, when to talk and when to. And
that's my fear, man. My fear is that when someone watches us, it's like that, and I'm like, I get it, I get why, but like, what's the difference? What is the difference of watching something and being like, that's interesting, I'm interested in watching it, versus, okay, everybody, so you guys are at the cafe.
You emote more than she does.
Well, I'm not an animated character.
You are not an animated character.
Also, if you're gonna, I'm just gonna be a dick. If you're gonna be an animated character, like, why are you playing the lesbian elf chick with like Daria stuff? Like, what the fuck? Like, you're running a goddamn role playing game in a high fantasy pre-industrial era.
Like,
do that.
If you ever wonder why we're canceled, we're pre-canceled.
We're canceled all the time. I don't get it. Like, I get that you want to be this person, right? But like, either show your fucking face or make the fantastic character that we're all like, oh, holy shit, that's the DM.
Well, I mean,
the DM's Daria.
They're incredibly smart. They have a lot of details in their lore. They've definitely know where they are in the story that they're telling, and
they do know.
I think she has. She's herding ducks. She has gotten a group of friends together who aren't giving her anything.
Fair. It is episode 30. I'm being harsh. It is episode 30. Maybe she's sitting there like, oh my god.
Like,
who knows?
And she fills the space. Like, she fills the space, and they don't. Like, we did.
They don't do shit. They don't do shit. Like, I don't know. Like, all I hear was, yeah, I guess she likes raspberries. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Right.
Now, then again, Tabaxi, if you're going to pull in Tabaxi, I mean, they're cat people.
Yeah.
It's like quintessential.
I'd like you so much.
Furries. Quintessential furries. Like, let's describe the waiter Tabaxi. She's a white bird Tabaxi with blue denim overalls covered in wild berries. Her name's Wild Berry. She's like, hey guys, would you all like some coffee? And would you like a wink? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, and she happens to have this cafe, this third wave coffee fucking style cafe in the wilderness pre-industrial era that happens to have industrial paper shops, haven for like rapists and smugglers and gangs. Right.
Yeah, it's not a good place. Yeah, it's not a
white bird fucking Tabaxi covered with overalls.
But think of it this way: if you ran into this white furred Tabaxi as yourself, as Bill Human, like that, and you were a worker in this little town, you would not fuck with that cat because it would cut you in half.
I mean, if I had like fucking magic and like a sword, and she's wearing all like, Wild Berry, I'd probably go to the cafe and hang out, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would do. They're at the cafe hanging out. And that's what the fantasy
but they just stole a bunch of fucking diamonds and they're like trying to take out a guild.
Like
so they go,
think of it this way.
Tabaxi Wild Berries cafe and chill out. Like, I would like a strudel, please.
Really? They're letting the heat The heat is on, and they're letting it kind of chill out. They got to take a moment.
They're just waiting for the next thing to happen. They're waiting for the next NPC to walk and be like, "Hey, I know you guys," and they're like, "Oh shit, I'll roll initiative." That's what they're waiting for.
Yeah. They're not going to go explore the lumber mill.
I'll say this: they are better than like Reefer Madness on Discord. Whatever the fuck that was. Oh my god! None of us are going to show our faces because we're into cybersecurity. We don't want to get doxxed. Okay, guys. Right.
Yeah, but they're not showing their faces. Nobody's showing their faces.
I know. All you motherfuckers are doing help desk.
And they get views like us.
I know. I'm talking some mad shit, and truth, we're not any better.
Yeah, it's Humecha.
I love Andrea, but she's sitting with a goddamn corgi. Like the camera angle fucked up. Although she's done a lot better. She's done a lot better, actually.
Yeah.
Since painting the room, mic controls are much more on point.
Yeah, we made her buy a microphone to play.
Holker fucking gave up on the background. I was like, Holker, what the fuck? Come on.
Yeah, I thought he was cool with the background. I think he just didn't figure out a way to do it fast. It probably took him too long to set it up and take it down and set it up. Like you really gotta.
I think he switched locations.
Yeah,
and he's like, well, I can't put it in front of this computer.
Right. I mean,
Drizzle's on point. But...
Yeah, Drizzle, his room. He spent a lot of time art directing. I do want to go back to this so I can trigger you a little bit. So the name of the website is Humecha. Am I Humecha?
I got nothing.
I subscribe.
Humecha sounds right.
But on there,
that much shit, might as well subscribe.
They've got a referral code to something called Star Citizen. I don't know what that is.
Star Citizen, I believe, is a game. I believe it's an RPG where you're like rolling around.
Okay.
Like EverQuest, but in space, I think.
So on the live stream, they say no backseat gaming. So
no
I guess,
bigotry.
Yeah. Lurkers welcome. Be respectful.
Actually, I'm not a bigot, but please be respectful. Well, I am respectful. I'm just also critical.
Yeah.
No backseat gaming. Okay, so we can't tell you anything. We can't suggest anything. We can't criticize you in any way. Okay.
I wonder why they say no transgender related questions. I mean, I get it. They're trying to play a game. I think if you're going to be in Star Wars, be in Star Wars and just leave it.
What are they playing? Star Trek or Star Wars?
No, I mean, I'm just saying Star Wars because it's the future and transgender is not the hot topic that it is today.
Like,
or Star Trek.
It is not a thing. It's not a thing until you make it a thing. Like if someone says, hey, okay, you just can't say the word fire. If you do, I'm going to get offended. Then everyone's going to say fucking fire. Like, we don't care. We don't care. I just want to see good gaming.
Yeah, but
I want to see good stories. Good, I don't give a shit.
People in this country, like, legitimately, we got somebody running for president that is absolutely against transgender everything, and not to bring it out there, but I mean, it's obvious, it's clear,
it's on the tip of the tongue.
It's a part of what people deal with when
I
they're
get it. They don't want to deal
a
with
subjugated class of people that get threats because they are who they are, and I think that's unfair.
Right, it is unfair. What I'm saying though is, it's like if you're gonna fit a stereotype, whether you mean to or not, understand that you are fitting a stereotype. So if I roll in and I'm like, I look like me and I talk like me, and someone's like, you're a fucking bigot. And I'm like, well, I'm not a bigot, but I can understand why you would think I'm a bigot. Because I'm a white guy who, lives with a backdrop. I have a few podcasts.
And Van Nuys.
And Van Nuys. And I dare to say some bullshit about, when someone's like, call me a cat person, I'm like, no. Then I fit, I'm easily fit into a certain camp of people, whether that's true or not. I get it. I understand. It's fine. At the same time, I accept it's like also accept the fact that if you're gonna hide your face, you're gonna be an anime person, you're gonna with blue hair and a fucking cutaway, and you look like Daria, people are going to think you fit the mold.
Yeah, but perhaps she
which is fine. A blue-haired Daria, by the way, a blue-haired Daria.
She's not prepared for. She doesn't have the thick skin that you and I have because our skin is so thick. She's not prepared for the criticism.
Then don't put your shit on fucking live for everyone to see.
But that's
like,
that's,
what are you doing?
We were born to do this in this day and age. If you were born post 2001, your whole life is the internet. It doesn't exist unless it's on the internet.
That is fair. At the same time, it's like maybe it's better to be a millennial because we're like, there is a point where it's like, let's say we got canceled, both of us would be like, bah.
Yeah, but I mean,
straight up, nah.
We're already canceled. We started out canceled.
But that's the thing. It is. It's not that it's all in good fun because we are being serious,
sure.
But it's all with a certain degree of respect. Like, I have complete respect for this person or these people.
Absolutely. I think
I'm just being critical of them. There's a difference. I can respect them and be critical.
You're giving your constructive criticism. You're trying to help them.
Unsolicited.
Without their. I mean, but that's this show. That's what this show is. We are giving people constructive criticism, unsolicited.
Yes.
And
it's
is it
Geeky
wrong?
Gamer Podcast, unsolicited advice.
I mean, I feel like as a white male, I'm entitled to giving unsolicited advice.
No, it's demanded. It's demanded. If you're a white male, you might as well lean into it.
It's the box that I've been put in, and I need it. I needs it.
It's very glassy, huge box. Because clearly the white male is the majority. Anyway, we are an oxymoron. That is 100% true. And it is all in tongue in cheek. It really is.
It's out of love.
As in, like, it's not out of love. Is it out of
No.
love?
I think we love fantasy tabletop role-playing games. We do it every week religiously. We care enough to not only do it, but then spend another fucking 3 hours talking about it and the world around it.
So I want to posit this.
All right.
As much shade as I threw at Zoshin Epic, two TTRPGs ago, when we were watching Magic and whatever the fuck it was called, Magic and Things or something.
Yeah, they're so good.
A bunch of women who, at least by their appearance, look not straight or some sort of queer on this queer spectrum. One, obviously in drag. Not a fucking word. They're awesome. Why? It's not shoved down anyone's throat. They're not at all worried about, hey, don't criticize us. No, they're themselves and they're good.
Yeah.
They're good. They're themselves. They're confident in who they are. They just have their shit out there. It's great. It's great. It's what I want to, it's what I aspire to be. It's what I aspire for our game to be.
Sure.
Versus Zoshin Epic, which is fine. I think they're about our level in certain ways. I think we're a little bit above them when it comes to gameplay, and we're way above them in terms of production, thanks to you. They are thin-skinned, and it's blatantly obvious. Don't brutalize us. Don't criticize us. We suffer no criticism. And it is all about that insecurity versus not at all about that insecurity. Magic and stuff, extremely woke. Zoshin Epic, extremely woke. But in different ways. I got no problem with either one, but I criticize both. One of them explodes into fire, and I am a racist and a bigot and a Nazi and all these things because I have dared criticize. The other one, they could give a flying fuck what I say. Why? Because they're confident in who they are. The truth on
I
my
disagree.
end? I don't care.
I don't think any of them care what either one of us say at all. I would imagine that.
I bet they would. I bet they would.
If we made a short and like, you know, intentionally called out Humecha for some specific thing, I don't think anything you said was wrong or mean spirited. It was coming from
none of it was mean spirited, but it would be taken as mean spirited.
It was coming from a place of an observation that in that, you know, I know this about you. You don't like being told what not to say or do. You don't like that. You don't like being you don't like somebody censoring you. You don't like it when I censor you. And I do. I push back and I censor you and you don't like it. And you know, you feel like you don't censor me, but you do in your way. And you just don't, maybe you don't see it. Maybe you're not woke enough to see it. I mean, who knows?
Maybe I'm not woke enough to see it.
Put me down in my place. No, I'm just fucking with you.
I need to wake up.
So, but you know, that is, they don't want to have this conversation. We are having this conversation so they don't have to.
How about awake? That person's awake versus that person is woke. Woke's the bad. Awake, no, you're awake. In fact, woke is a past tense.
Yeah.
What? Okay, let's finish this up.
Well, I would like to say I like both of them. Am I going to watch either of them personally? I mean, it's too much effort to make your own podcast. I would certainly look into Magic and stuff. They're compelling. They do a lot of compelling stuff. They might have some stuff in there that, you know, tells some interesting stories that I could connect with. It's money though. We're watching the English accent. You know, we're watching.
But that's the thing. Like I'm saying, yes, there's money involved in Magic and stuff, and they obviously came in
right
with something going on.
They might have cast that. That might have been a cast
I
by
think
a
it was cast.
producer.
But I'm saying that the people that are doing that, they're not doing the Critical Role thing.
Right.
Which, if you have seen Critical Role, they're not doing the Critical Role thing. They are normal people. I would say most of them, and they're just in the moment.
No.
There's no sense of a chip on a shoulder. There's no sense of that. They are playing the game together, and that's compelling.
Yeah. But
watching people have fun is cool.
I would say 99% of the people on the Magic and Stuff game has probably taken improv or been on an improv
I would show people that
at some point.
I would show them that. And in fact, we should, I don't know if they'll do it, but show our players, hey, watch this and just get a feel for how they're actually interacting with each other. Because that's what's interesting to watch. These other people and us, it's not that we're bad. It's just, why do you want to watch it?
Yeah. What is our shtick? What is it that gives our audience members a plug to even care about us? What keeps them in the game? Why is our audience gonna?
Exactly.
I think
what keeps the audience in the game?
I think it's waiting for you and I to just really, you know, tear each other apart because we hate each other.
That's pretty good.
I'm just kidding.
Fucking Canada.
Just kidding.
They're the worst.
Not even.
All right, we're gonna roll. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for being a part of this week's Geeky Gamer Podcast. Where Ken and Bill.
Hopefully, you guys got something out of it.
Yeah. Where Ken and Bill probably said some unwoke things as white males. Score this week by all lowercase letters, Mr. Interrupt. Couchfire Media brings production, even though should they? No, I'm just kidding. Tory Play Productions does all the other stuff. This week we talked about some live play TTRPG stuff. Do you have any last?
We'll be back next Thursday, baby.
Yeah, next Thursday at exactly whenever we feel like it.
Well, exactly 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. That's when it's going to be. All right. See you guys. Bye.